Brooke has an outfit too that she. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlight. So we're already talking Bold and Beautiful already. As we come on, I got this outfit too that she. Oh, that's my mug. Like I can't.
You're like the invisible man for a second.
I am.
Don't move.
Welcome to the Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlight here on JLJ Media. I'm Tammy Gomea, and she's James Jr.
There you go.
There you go, kids. Hi, Tammy Gomea. How are you?
I'm Dandy Doodle. How are you in the rooftop of the Marquee Hotel?
Yes, it's a beautiful day in Los Angeles, which we need, of course.
Finally, last couple days, the air has been just the cool air has been so needed, and we're so appreciative of it, and hoping that the firefighters and response teams can get ahead of this a little bit. We're going to have winds again starting up, but they're not going to be 100-mile-an-hour winds. So fingers crossed.
Yes, and that's a good point, starting point for my church announcements. I really want to thank the firefighters because I can't imagine. It's like 24/7, girlfriend. They're out there and they're just trying to get this stuff contained, and it's
heroes.
They are heroes.
Yes.
It's just amazing. So shout out to all of them. And if you go on my Instagram page in my story, I've been posting. There are organizations who actually are giving free food to firefighters. Restaurants are saying, "Come on in, get a free meal. Get a free." They deserve it. They deserve everything. I'm like, just give it to them. just seriously give it to them. I agree with that wholeheartedly. It's our first show of the year.
Yes.
Amanda will join us next time, but today you just have me and the original girl, Tammy, which we've been doing this almost 8 years now. So we'll be doing this, and we're excited to be back. Thanks for coming back to us. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. If you're a new person finding us, welcome. Welcome to our bosom.
Welcome to our world.
To our world. Join us. The water's fine. It's really good. It's complete. It's been great, and we're happy to be back here. Of course, we just did the Y&R Mini Spotlight. That is, I uploaded it, so it's out there in audio and video land. It is there. Check it out. Tell your friends, tell your mothers, tell your aunties, whoever is there. There's also, after this, Frank. Oh, shut up, James. Frank Moran and I to General Hospital. Oh, General Hospital.
Oh my gosh, you can't catch a breath on that show.
No, you can't.
You can't.
We'll probably be on for 5 hours. There's so much to talk about.
Every storyline's in your face.
It is.
What?
There is so much to talk about. So Frank and I are ready to do it. We already started talking about it a couple of days ago. We were talking. And I always said again, Jane Elliott. And it was her birthday this week too. So we'll give it to her. Everything.
So is Rena permanently on now? Because she was supposed to leave a long time ago. I hope so.
We do.
Lois is a joy.
And the credits, they're updating them slowly. People are entering the credits. So I have no idea. Okay. Also, Dish and Days, my fun with Chocolate Twin Tony Moore, who talks about how old I am every episode. They'll be on at 3 o'clock. Every episode he does. And he promotes us also. 3 o'clock, Days of Our Lives fans, watch that show. Check them out. They're in year 10. Next month is anniversary, and Tammy and I will be part of it. So stay tuned.
Yes.
We're very excited. Back to where we came from.
What are you wearing, James?
I don't know because the thing is in person. I got to check. I got to think about. I don't know. I got to think about that. I was going to wear a big AfterBuzz TV cape or something.
You got to show up.
So I got to show up. I got to do my hair. So we're going to do that. That's next month. So but watch them today. They're doing all things Days of Our Lives. I put out a new daytime today about Beyond the Gates. It's on CBS Sunday morning. Check that out. See what you think. It's Bridget's birthday. Happy birthday, Bridget. The chat.
Happy birthday, Bridget.
I mean, we love it. So we're happy to be here. We're here for you. That's basically what it is. Nobody else. We're just here for you. And so that's
the start date for the gates.
February 24th.
24th. Okay, awesome.
February 24th. So go ahead and check that out on CBS. It'll be on after The Bold and the Beautiful. Now I know in some markets it's going to rival General Hospital. Our market no, the rest it won't. So because we have ours comes on, our General Hospital comes at 2:00 here in Los Angeles, so it won't rival us. Okay, so I don't think in New York it does, and other markets it does. So DVR one and watch the other.
There you go.
I'm sure you can catch it on Paramount Plus. So if you don't have Paramount Plus, I'm sure you can catch it on there too. Also, I want to mention TikTok is back. We were just online, and TikTok is back.
The things that happened during the show.
During our show, it was so weird. Like it's back. So check that out. Also, I have to mention this because I want to help him out. Sean Kanan right now is in Las Vegas. He's at the food convention. He has a new hot sauce line called Bad Boy Hot Sauce.
Bad Boy.
I know. I'm going to get some. When he gets back, we're getting together when he gets back.
Oh, my gosh.
Do a whole taste test. So he's there now. If you're in Las Vegas, go see him. I think it was booth like 31. Go to his page and you'll see where he's at. But he's there this weekend, so go check that out. But also just go to his page and check out the sauces. And he's like me. He do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So he's working. So that's our buddy Sean. So I'll make sure.
I wonder where you can get it.
Yeah. So go to him.
Yeah.
Go to him and check that out because I don't know either for sure either. So check that out. And also we'll tell you guys. Let me sure I get everything in here. Rodelli, I am not sure yet. Me, Tony Moore, and Walker Ragsdale are in talks about Beyond the Gates after show. We're just not sure yet. But stay tuned. If you're following me, just stay tuned, and we'll guide you along the way of the process. we don't know yet. So, but we've been talking. We have been talking. It's a lot of work to do these after shows. I mean, you have to watch 5 episodes a week, and for me, I'm already doing 3 shows. So I got to decide what that means. And we're professionals. We've been in talks. We're professionals.
How long is it? A half hour or an hour?
An hour.
Holy cannoli.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's
yes.
You're gonna have to cut something, James.
What's that? I don't want to. That's part of the talks.
Not from the soap block. You can't cut anything from the soap block.
I know. That's what that was the first thing we realized that Mike said, I can't. All these shows are successful. So yeah, there's talks. We got talks. Yeah, we got talks. Okay. Also the fight, you guys are mentioning in the chat room because we do want to give shouts to people. Jennifer Garris lost her home. Many of the Y&R stars lost their home. Some of the GH stars did too. It's been a long week and a half for us here in LA. Me and Tammy have been through it ourselves. It's been. I've seen wonderful things happen to come out of it. I've seen a community come together. Folks talk shit about Los Angeles. Screw you. We love our city. We come together when we need to. And I mean, I've seen really seriously a generous outpouring of community.
And this has nothing to do with the geographical location, folks. This is about the loss of lives and homes, and it's a tragedy. So for all the, I keep seeing in the chat, all these haters about LA, sad for you, people.
Yes.
Sad for you that's your mentality.
LA, right here.
We're just focused on supporting and rebuilding, and better than ever, back and better than ever.
Yes, I completely agree. We're doing a great job. And the daytime community did a huge Zoom yesterday. I don't support the person they did it with, so I'm not going to say her name or the company because we are enemies. But I just want to say, even the soap community, I want to mention because it was big enough, they came together and was raising money. So I just want you to know that we're all working together. We're all working together. We are a tight community. We are working together. And speaking of that, underneath this underneath this video, I'm doing a Zoom. You know me, I do my Zooms. Some of you guys come to them. Some of you guys don't. But I'm doing a Zoom next Saturday called a super mental health Zoom. We talk about everything from relationships to soap operas to Star Wars. We talk about everything. But it's $20. If you can't make it, you can still donate. I take all kinds of monies. You'll see the things below. But if you can come, just sign up and come. We have a good time. 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 Eastern, like I always do on Saturdays. We had a Zoom 2 weeks ago. It was wonderful. We had a great time. Nice turnout. And you can come in, just like sit. You don't have to be on camera. You can just sit off camera. You can watch. We have a chat going at the same time. It's not recorded at all. It's totally not. We have a good time on there. We have a lot of fun. But all the monies are going to displaced people. I'm getting gift cards for displaced people from LA for the fires. We're passing out gift cards because right now, because of the beauty of Los Angeles, they have enough physical product right now. They can't even get it out fast enough. That's how beautiful that is. And Tammy and I both said we're focusing on the positive part of this.
Yes. And that's just our nature, right, James?
Yes. I'm going to do that. That's everything, I guess. Okay, so that's everything. From there, I guess now we can go into the craziness, the lunacy of both beautiful. Here's the thing, Tammy. I guess we can tell me for a second.
Tell me the thing, James.
Tell you thing,
because I need help here.
Yes, we all do. Bold does put the bold in bold and beautiful. It does. It's I just got a person who signed up. Thank you, George. Yeah. Good. George just signed up. Thank you, George. Okay. But no, it's funny because it's so cuckoo crazy. I don't even know where to. It's so crazy. I don't know where to begin. But I also admire them so much because they do whatever the F they want. This show is just like, we're gonna do whatever we want. We don't care. We're just gonna do it. I mean, we got to talk about Taylor and Rich sleeping together. We got to talk about the takeover. We got to talk about Luna. Is that Jack's daughter now? Are we still on that paternity again? Like the scenes for next week. There's Jack. Is that right? Like what? There's so much to talk about. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I literally don't know where to begin. This Daphne chick, she's really pretty, Daphne Rose. I'm gonna let Tammy decide.
Me, or are we gonna leave it to the chat?
What?
Me, or do you want to leave it to the chat? I know where I want to start. Do you want to ask the chat?
Chat, where should we start? And then we'll see if it matches with Tammy. Because everybody's talking. You guys are all talking about all different things. I'm like, it's just so many things. I mean, there's so many things going on. There's like literally so many. Where should we start? The Luna Bill crap.
Where do we begin?
It is. So while you're doing that, thank you, George. I received it. Your PayPal. Thank you so much. You're going to come. That's great. Another donation. I love it. It's
fantastic. Good. Thank you.
Thank you, George. He's great. George is great anyway. He's great. He comes to all our things. But yeah, tell me in chat where do you think we should start? Because you guys are talking already.
Yeah.
We talk about all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, we got a lot to talk about. I don't know why. I still don't know. I'm like, where should we begin? Like, what's the best? What are they saying, Tammy, so far? I'm printing out his thing.
They're talking about Luna and what the hey with Jack. Jack seems to be the talk of the town so far. Laura, you know me. So there's not I don't know. There's not a lot of chat going on.
Okay, just watching.
So let's start with the paternity.
Okay. Which is weird. I thought we were done with that.
Yeah.
How many times has that shit been changed? I mean, I was shocked because when Lee was like, yeah, I want to buy, I'm like, what paternity? She's like, give me that heart or liver or whatever, liver, I guess it was, or whatever. I was like, what's going on here? And in fact, when she confronted, first of all, when Naomi Matsuda says Penelope, the way she says it, I'm like, ooh, there's such disdain in her voice when she says Penelope, and she was going off on her. And then our girl who plays Poppy is so good too.
So good.
They're so good as these warring sisters. They were getting close from it, Tammy. Before when we left the show, when we left last year, they were closer.
Yeah.
And then now,
and I keep going back and forth. You know, like Team Poppy, I keep going back and forth. So
now, didn't I say? I wouldn't say I haven't told you so moment. Didn't I go back and watch the old show last year? I said, what if she had slept with Jack?
Well, yeah.
Instead, there was a woman who was sleeping with her husband while she was getting her doctor and stuff. And I was like, and I kept saying, what if it's Finn? And you guys were like, no. Well, I saw online, they're like, it could be Finn or Jack.
No. So first, no, it's not going to be Finn. I know the Bold and Beautiful is bold. but that's just icky. That's just icky. Icky. You know, we all wanted Jack to be the daddy. We
want Jack to be daddy. That's what we want.
We were Team Jack for eons.
Yes.
So, and now that he's back on the show, the preview he's now.
I said, we want to be daddy. He is daddy.
He's so handsome.
He is.
Yeah, let's just draw this out for another month. He is really good with drawing things out, right?
Yes, that's true. That's true.
So, yeah, is it?
Yeah. Kenneth is right. Kenneth kept saying he thought that Bill, well, you know, Bill's not Luna's father. We know that part. But people in chat were saying they were thinking that Tom wasn't her father. I thought it was. I really thought it was.
But it seemed that was an odd twist.
It was an odd twist.
Tom Star? What? That was odd.
It was. But I thought, okay, it's kind of realistic. Maybe she thought it was one of the big bigs, and it isn't. It's somebody. Okay. But I love Shammy. I love you through icky comment. So Jack or Finn can be Luna's father. I've been seeing it online too. Naomi as she is fabulous. She's great. We love her. I truly believe Poppy Seed Bagel drugged Finn with her mints and resulted in lunatic. I'm telling you, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing. See, it's like on General Hospital. Everybody thinks that Gio is Brooklyn's child. We know that, right? We all know that, right? But they think it's Dante. I heard it's Cody. That's what I heard. It's be a twist. That it won't be Dante, it will be Cody. That's why.
I'm sorry. Who's Gio's father? Mother? That's the baby she gave up?
Yes. Everybody thinks it's Dante.
Because clearly Lois knows something.
Oh, yeah, she knows everything.
She knows something, like, obviously she knows that what that story is. You know, Rena plays it so good on her face, like that moment of, oh, this is secret. Holy cannoli.
So I was telling you, this paternity, right. So this paternity thing, I thought literally we're done. I actually thought we were done. And Bill has this unhealthy wanting to help her. And then she's obsessed with Will. Now she's getting obsessed with him. Weird. Luna's weird. So I was like, but back to paternity, I was like, so we're going back there again. Like, and Kenneth brings up a point. Remember back when everybody thought Bridget was Ridge's, turned out to be Eric's years later.
Yeah.
I mean, Samantha, we all agree. Nobody wants Finn to be the father, but I'm just saying, I'm hearing rumors. So I don't know. Yeah, everybody's like, it's sad. Tom died for nothing. Well, so did Homeboy died for nothing.
Yeah.
They both were senseless deaths.
He's a serial killer. There's no it's all senseless.
Right, it was all senseless.
It's all senseless.
You know, they all kind of
died. So back me up a little bit. How did the black eye happen? Did she stage that in jail so that she could get?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Crazy, which is crazy.
Yeah. So I hope it's Jack, because we need a male character on the B&B canvas that has a set of cojones. Right now, every male on the canvas is emasculated.
Yep, I agree.
Completely.
And I think Jack should get with Brooke. He's a man.
I don't like saying this, but Brooke needs someone to save her. She needs a man to save her.
Yes.
Because I'm being honest with you, James. I can't watch this show anymore. I'm serious.
Remember, I took a break for a while. I couldn't do it.
It's so demeaning to the character of Brooke and Taylor and Hope and even Steffy. It's so demeaning to the women, the female characters, that it's officially offensive to me.
I understand.
And I've been walking a very fine line with this.
Yep.
So unless something changes really quickly, I'm gonna be done with Bold for a while.
I took a break. I
Yeah,
totally get it. I took a break.
yeah.
I totally
This
get
is
it.
just horrific.
Um,
The sisters, the storyline, that's the only, like, there's fire there. There's legitimacy there. All the other storylines for the women are awful. I feel for the actors. I don't know why the writers are going in this direction, but let's just stick with the paternity storyline because I actually like that storyline.
gone. Um, yeah, that one's fine. Yeah, that one's fine. I'm having a hard time also, Tammy. It's funny because Samantha brings some. So I still don't buy Rebecca Budd against Taylor. I just don't buy it. So it doesn't. That's so for me. It's just it's hard for me to even.
No. And we love Rebecca.
Yeah, no, we do. We
We
love her. No,
love
seriously,
her.
oh yeah, love her. I just don't buy it. But I
Mhm.
will say, for the first time, when Brooke goes to see Taylor in that knit dress, I don't know that dress is a little much for me, a little too high for me. That black dress was kind of like a little too high. I was reminded. Remember, I miss Brayler. I liked when they didn't fight. I liked when they gave up and they were like sisterhood.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they could be like sister wives now. I like it, and they were talking. There was genuine hurt by Brooke. Like you just took your chance in there, didn't you? And I think Taylor, on some level, at the beginning, she was right. I thought I was dying. I came home to be with my family. I really wasn't
Right.
trying nothing. And Zach Barber, thank you for your second super chat of the year. Brooke
Thank you,
rented
Tom.
a spine for one day when she slapped Ridge. Now she's weeping over the man who does not want her.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
it's so
It,
disgusting. I'm sorry. It's just
yes.
disgusting.
Yes, when Brooke pushed Taylor, I did laugh. I was like, oh. But everything that Brooke said to Ridge, that he just all like didn't believe her. And she's always worked. It's sad for Brooke. I mean, I really feel sad for Brooke because
Even
she really is being pushed aside once again.
once again, and it's interesting, there was that conversation in the office, the Forrester office, between Brooke and Hope. And Brooke is saying, I don't know what to do. I can't believe this is happening. And Hope never says anything. And to Annika's credit, how she feels about this situation was all in her eyes and on her face. Hope literally doesn't say anything. She just holds her mother at the end of the scene because to me, there is that subtext in Hope's mind of, Mom, you've got to stop the cycle. She doesn't say that because you can't say that to someone, right? They're not going to listen to you. Brooke hasn't hit rock bottom. Like, I don't know what it's going to take.
Yeah, I don't
Does
either.
Rich need to physically be abusive? Like, I don't know what it's going to take. Because it's like obviously emotional abuse means nothing on this show. And that's what it is. It's emotional abuse.
It is.
And it's been that way for years, to your point. Again, this is a pattern.
It is disgusting how they are treating the women lately. I agree with
It's
you.
horrible. And I've
A
never
lecture. They mentioned a lecture in this. I go, yeah, the whole thing is you just let her go because you saw some naked pictures of her online or whatever, not even talking to her about it. And now you're like, I'm so sorry, it was AI, and he was doing that. He was, and homeboy did it, and was like, but you guys didn't even. You guys are women. You guys didn't even support her. You're just like, you gotta go. And if I was Ivy, I would be even more pissed than she was. She was just like, oh well, I gotta keep my job. I'm like, no, bitch. Like these women are coming after you. I mean, and Jeremy, and then his thing, Rich calls his daughter all these names, called her a slut. And that's why I was like, yeah, you don't go back to a man like that. I'm with you, Jeremy. And I would say
No.
that's the whole thing. If somebody called my daughters, I can call them names, but you ain't calling them. You're not calling her just a slut and a nasty bitch. Oh no, you're not saying that in front of me.
No, you can humiliate my child.
Right.
You can demean her.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
She's just a slut. I mean, when Brooke, oh my God, when Brooke was like, you gotta be fucking kidding. She slapped the shit out of him. I was like, yes, that's right. Because I would too. And he didn't, all she said all these years was that Thomas was unstable. Because he was unstable. It was like she was lying. He was doing crazy shit. He was unstable. He had a mannequin, for God's sake. He was unstable. Brooke was worried for her daughter's safety all those years. This is different. Yes, you're upset. You can be upset that she took your company. I get it. But I'm like, come on. I'm like, okay. It's just crazy. I'm like, it's just, you know. J Will 324 says, hi, Tammy and Jay, or James and Tammy. How do you see the takeover story playing out in the end? Do you see Carter and Hope being together for a foreseeable future? I have no answer. I have no idea. The show is so unpredictable. I can't even guess.
Yeah. This whole ploy, this plot that Steffi's created to bring the nose woman to try to have her seduce Carter is so lame.
It's old school. It's old.
So lame. I like Carter and Hope together because Hope deserves to be with a man who's worthy of her, who's not thinking of his old love. Like, where's Liam, by the way?
He was on next week too, apparently. But he's talking to
Okay. Like, where?
Yeah, I know.
Waldo, where did he go? And I know, yeah, I like them together. So I'm hoping that this plot doesn't work. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I almost see. I'm the opposite. I don't like them together, so that's just that, and they know it. They already know it. They know I don't. But that's a big joke with us. Yeah, I love the character. I love. Annika was also online during the fires. We said hi to each other. She goes, "Oh, God, it's James." I'm like, hi, girl. And she was very emotional about what was going on with her friends, and so I saw her on there recently. So yeah, if you follow her on social media. She's like a Noelle. And of course, I love Lawrence, but I don't like them together. So to me, break them up. But here's my thing. I almost could go with the Steffy channeling her grandmother to get the company back for their family. I can almost go for that kind of. I go, like, okay, if almost. It's done well, I wish there was this whole sleep trying to seduce Carter thing. It could just been use our brains and take over the company. Work with Zende, your cousin, and take over. Like, there's parts of it that are off for me. But I can almost go, if they write it right, I can almost go for this kind of Steffy is the Trojan horse. She gets in there. She's trying to, the inside out, get the company.
But again, it just reiterates the point. Carter.
I know.
Why are you doing this? Why are you letting her back in? Hope and Brooke are just standing in the background. It's your company. Ultimately, it's your decision, which actually I can appreciate. Right. He knows how they feel, but clearly he believes that, his dream of bringing the Forresters back into the fold. Come on. You're going to learn this lesson really hard.
I know. I mean, here's the thing. Brooke was right. Have fun with your second choice to Ridge. Have fun with your second choice because once again, she feels good. She got her man. Her kids are happy they're together. Something it's like, but he only came to you because he thinks Brooke betrayed him. Like, you see how, like Tammy's point, you see how wrong that is? He didn't come to you because he's like, I love you. I realize I want to be with you. It's, oh my God, I got you. Like we always say, his ego was broken.
Right. This was the last storyline. He went back to Taylor because he felt that Brooke betrayed him.
Yes.
And she didn't. And been here, done that for how many years?
Right.
Like, enough already. Let's move on, people.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And it makes me nauseous when Taylor and Ridge hug and they zoom in to Ridge's eyes, and he's clearly not in that moment.
No. He's dead inside.
Thinking of Brooke.
Yes, really.
It makes me nauseous.
Right. And Spencer's a good point. And why does Taylor keep taking him back? It means her. Yes, there's a part
Because
of him who does love him.
women clearly are supposed to just take this abuse. I don't know. I can't understand. I don't understand.
Right. Well, you're a modern woman, of course. You would not. I mean, that's not you just. I don't know any of my women who would just somebody can take this. I don't know. I mean, I know. I mean, I know some effed up relationships in real life, but I don't know any of my women who would do this over and over again. And but look, I said when I saw Brooke and Taylor together, even though I don't believe she's Taylor, but I did have that feeling of the characters going. I like when you guys were friends and you guys you understood, you saw everything for what it was. That Ridge loves both of you. Of course, he loves Taylor on some level. However, Brooke's love of his life. You're basically the second love of his life, and then Caroline will be the third love of his life. That's just how it is. And I mean, actually, the love of his life was Steffy, his mother. That's the one. They had a weird relationship, kind of.
Yeah, I don't think Ridge understands what love means.
Because Stephanie ruined him.
Maybe Brooke, what is the toxic obsession of his life? He certainly doesn't love her. He never has. But anyway,
I'm saying Stephanie ruined him. I think Stephanie ruined him.
Yeah,
she was too close to him. That was her number one son. It was almost incestuous. How close they people. Remember, folks, you watched all those years. She was super. That's why her and Brooke fought all any woman. She was just like she liked Taylor on some level, but Taylor wasn't threatening.
Exactly.
But she was looking at Lauren a little weird when Lauren and Eric had a little kind of close to the point. She was looking at Lauren a little weird. So she's like, no. So Stephanie ruined. Ridge is her was her man, so to speak. Yeah.
He's the problem.
Everyone felt it, and they all felt it. They all felt it. That's kind of the joke. So I think it's both Joy Jensen. Both of them need to get a clue and tell them to kick rocks and find somebody else. They almost went that direction. Remember, they were going that direction. I thought it would have been. Here's what I thought. When they were Brailer, I thought this was wonderful. Bring a new love interest for Ridge. Let the ladies live off their lives, maybe get love interest for them. But like they both just realized after all these years, we both love you. We each have families with you, but we shouldn't be together. So I don't know. I was thinking that I would have loved that. Rizzy's therapy, yes. Not from Taylor. Clearly. J Will 324 says on the forums, the question is Hope using Carter? Does she truly love Carter? I don't care so much. I don't know. I mean, Terry, what do you think? I don't know.
I don't think she's using him. No. That's my answer. No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But I just again, I don't like them together. So but either way, so there's but there are all these women. So it's like, so now you're saying Poppy was just this freewheeling, because she had that little monologue where she was going off on, but she laughed. She took back the pastries. When she went to Lee,
he grabbed that box so hard. I thought I thought the cardboard was gonna get crushed and food was gonna start flying out. That was
she went and grabbed that shit off that table. She said,
yeah. You can't have my pastries.
My pastries. But before that though, I felt for her. She's like, okay, I'm a bad mother. I had fun, and I was trying to. So I'm like, it's kind of like it's also demeaning. They're demeaning her. Too, like saying that. She's like, it's your fault she's a serial killer. What? Who says that? It's nobody's fault that somebody's a serial. I don't care how bad a parent you were. You don't create somebody's serial. That's not your fault.
Agreed.
I was like, Lee, but Lee is that straight-laced, very much tiger mom, very much.
Lee just keeps projecting her martyr syndrome. I sacrificed all of this. Bah, bah, bah. She's the martyr. She keeps playing into that martyr role, which is annoying because that's nothing. All you do when you're in that role, all you do is judge other people. Judge.
Samantha, I've had a few writers on my shows over the years, but very few soap writers are allowed to talk to press. So they're rarely. I mean, I've had a few come on over the years, but usually writers and directors, you don't get them on shows. And that's even in some of our dive shows, they rarely talk. It's like they don't want them talking. They talk to the actors, the executive producers, but they don't talk to the writers. They're usually silent. They usually don't talk to them. So I wish I would have them to have them on, but they don't put them on. Oh yeah, I did laugh too, Ken, when she looked at the liver. She opened that box, she's like, ooh.
It
Like,
was so disgusting. Like when she was scraping it, like this is just so gross. Like, why are we seeing this? Like,
as a former nurse, I love, I love that stuff.
and I love that girl, the blonde
Oh
assistant.
yeah, oh yeah.
I so admire you, Dr. Finnegan.
Yeah. Hi, Jan Zach. Um, but yeah, no, it's just it's overall, as Tammy was saying, and I kind of agree with her. It's like I took a break from Bold. I didn't watch Bold from like September to like think December. I took a break from it because it was too outrageous for me. Um, they are throwing all this stuff in there. Like I said, now they got Luna at Bill's house arrest, but she's looking at Will now and thinks he's cute. I'm like, oh,
And
geez.
Poppy still thinks she's in jail.
Yeah, somehow.
I mean,
No,
Penelope still thinks she's in jail? Really?
yeah.
How does
Well,
she
remember,
know that her
well,
daughter is not there?
well, hello. I was like, even on YNR, I was like, well, I thought Victor was really watching Jordan, but she got out. Victor didn't know.
Someone's pretending to be her? Like,
Yeah.
what?
What? So I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah. So I know it's a storyline, really. Carter and Hope have no chemistry. I agree with you on that one. I just don't think it.
Laura saying, is the P test, you mean paternity test?
No,
Even
it's legal. Who knows? It just. Oh, when she showed that test, I was like, is that a COVID thing? No. I don't know. I don't even know.
so did Poppy admit to anything on Friday? Like who's the
No, no,
daddy?
that's what they ended the show on them.
It was just Lee screaming,
Oh,
yeah.
tell me, you said my husband Jack. You said my husband Jack.
And he admitted back.
And they went to black. And they
Okay.
said next week, and they showed Jack standing there. Did you father Luna?
So maybe he's coming in. Well, obviously he's got to take a paternity test.
Right.
So but it doesn't matter because they all get faked and messed up, and I don't know. Like let's just find out already.
It's like, how do you believe this paternity test? We've had so many tests.
I know.
In front of us, behind the camera. I don't even know anymore. I'm like,
we can't believe anything. It's annoying. Like this, okay, cut to the chase. Who's the daddy? And let's create a storyline from there.
right.
Come on, guys. Let's move this. Come on.
I agree. I agree with you.
No,
that's what I heard. I heard rumor. Well, I know it's a holiday too. It's Dr. Martha King Jr. birthday, but also I heard that holiday. But I also heard that in the inauguration there won't be. So I don't know. I guess there won't be any shows tomorrow. We'll find out. Blue's paternity will reveal when the show ends for good.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those 2-year
right.
storylines. Like,
which I mean, in some cases, I mean, back in the day when they were done correctly, I had no problem with a story like that. I mean, no problem with that. When they done. Yeah, I remember on Days of Our Lives, the John, Kristen, Susan thing that went on for like 2 or 3 years before they get then the famous wedding, the teeth, and all that. But it was like a buildup of like a couple of years.
Yeah,
and it was good. I mean, it was. I mean, it went on for a while, so I don't mind storylines lasting. But like Tammy says, there has to be some movement within the storyline too. That makes sense. Markers, like there's supposed to be mile markers, so to speak. Like, oh, now this happened. Oh, a month later, this. Like, we need stuff to continue. And I'm going to talk about that on General Hospital because the Lucky storyline is kind of bugging me. So I want to talk about that, but I was like, we need movement. You need movement of some sort. Hi, Duan. So I was like, you need movement. But I just thought it was funny we're revisiting that again. I just thought we were done. That kind of nowhere to me. Just like, why is she being so hostile to Poppy? I was like, same thing. Like, they were getting along. They're like, oh, she suspects something. Okay, got it. So Leo's on the case.
That suspicion only got ignited because the assistant came in and talked about the organ donors, right? Yes. And then Tom Starr's name came up, and then she's like, let's just, okay, why don't we do this? Spark the idea.
Yes. And she was like, have you set off all his organs? Not yet. She goes, give me his liver. Give me his liver.
And so funny. And so the gal's in the lab, and Lee says, do we still have the organs? And the girl says, Like she looks up into the cabinet and it reminded me of Young Frankenstein.
Oh, yes.
Abby Normal.
Yes, Abby Normal. That's right.
And she's, yeah, we still have the liver. I started laughing.
I
Like,
know the liver. The liver. I know.
creepy. It's so creepy.
Very creepy. Yes. So, but yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. The basics are the okay. I'm the other way. Yeah, so, I'm trying to phrase this. I'm like the basics
What began
are
as a family visit.
The basics. The basics are it's the Foresters want their company back. I can be down for a story like that. I mean, have them lose a little bit, have to come, scrappy underdogs. I'd rather it be all of them fighting for it, but having the other stuff where they're dumbing down characters to do this.
Don't you find it embarrassing?
I do.
To watch Eric and Ridge just stand back as Steffi moves forward with this plan, and they're just ghost staff. Like they have nothing to do with this. It's Eric's company.
I know.
Like, why isn't again total emasculation?
I know.
I will say I do agree with you when Steffi had that moment by her grandmother's photo. And Steffi says, I'll do right by you, or you know what I mean? Like that was a good moment. But just to see Eric and Ridge go, yay, go for it, kid. That's like, what is that?
I know. We don't know the whole plan, but she gonna do it. I mean, they're like, we don't know what's going on, kind of telling Sunday, I don't know. Got a plan. It's like, that's not good. They have Eric and Rich finishing other sentences while Stephanie's blathering on. I know. So she's gonna be saved. She's gonna save the day. She had sex with her man too last week too. So I was making sure they had sex too. Everybody's having sex. The Foresters were all having sex, apparently.
Yeah.
Is it sick how Carter betrayed the Foresters again because of love?
So what do you think about what Carter did, Jane?
I'll tell you what I think. I think Carter is stunted. Stunted in the matching department. He admitted he's just not had the best luck. He's not a lot of experience. So I think he's very emotional. He falls in love with these people. And the way he looks at them, the way Quarter was we were all for Quarter. That was it. He was devouring Quinn. Like it was like he wanted to drink her. He wanted every bit. He felt that way about Zoe. He felt that way about Paris kind of wasn't that good. No. He felt that way but Maya years ago. She was into Maya. So it's like there's a thing about him where he kind of worships the women he's with, almost childlike. And so he looks at Hope and thinks she's just the best thing since sliced bread. And yeah, there's some good qualities about her, sure, but he's really like just into her. So I feel like he's stunted when it comes to love department. So and I know people who are like in real life who just they're smart another way, smart, that stuff. But when it comes to street smarts or love, they're not good. They're just not good at it. They just need more. They need more in that area.
So you think his doing this is for Hope?
I think part of it is.
Part of it. All of it.
I think all of it. I think he does think some of the stuff like he could be a good. I think he does feel on some level. I've been here a long time. You should value what I have to say.
Do you not remember the scenes between him and Ridge and how demeaning Ridge was to him?
Yes, I know.
How dismissive and rude he was to Carter?
I didn't like that either.
I mean, it was just unacceptable.
Well, I think Joy brings up a point. I can answer that, Joy. She goes, why hasn't Zenny told Ridge what Brooke said? Then he would know she planned it all along. Doesn't matter because she told him she planned it all along. If he can't believe it out of her mouth, okay, so if Zenny says, sure, she said that, I should believe her now. No, I think he was wrong with not believing Brooke. It was out of her. He's been married to her off and on, all this stuff. He should believe Brooke when she said it to him. He should have to have proof or hear from somebody else. I think it's just that I think Ridge is wrong and just not believing her. It's like she says, I want to give it back to you. I think it should be back. It should be in your hands. I don't like what they did. Give me a chance. Why didn't you just go, okay, I believe you. I believe you. And we'll reward you this way. If you help us get it back, we'll make sure. Like, why did he do that? He didn't. He went the other direction. There's like, you pick A, B, C, and D. He picked F. 3, 4 good stuff over here, but he picks that dumb thing over there. So that's my answer, Jordan, with that one. I just think that I don't think it matters if it's any times or not. He was determined to be hurt. His ego was hurt. He was upset, and he just sees Brooke because she's related to Hope. I'm sorry, it's all related to Hope.
Exactly. And you can bet the farm that if roles were reversed, Ridge would be standing by Steffy 200%.
Oh yeah, completely.
Just like Brooke is standing by Hope 200%.
Well, he did. Why Hope she got fired? He stood by Steffy.
Exactly.
And Brooke just got to stand there and take it. Everybody just got to take it. Sorry, Logans, that's it. Yeah. But you don't realize the company. That's the other thing that's kind of like a slap in the face. The original Stephanie helped build this company. Brooke has been a part of this company off and on for years, of major contribution. That's the things that Carter was saying, kind of like, well, no, it's true what he's saying about Brooke. It was true. And they minimize them. Yes. Oh yeah. I won't say Chrissy. What is her name? What's her name? Brooke, Donna, Katie. Oh, she's fine. She did PR. She's fine. Like, they just kind of dismissed her too, kind of like, yeah, she's okay. But it's like, no, she's probably doing a good job for you on PR, obviously. I mean, like, it's just like, the Logans are a part of this family.
Fabric, for sure.
And fabric, and all of it. They're part of all of it. It's like, so they keep trying to do this whole Logans versus Forrester thing. It's like,
yeah, Ridge and Steffi were just running the company saying, if you're not a Forrester, your thoughts and opinions don't matter. Because at the end of the day, we're going to do whatever we want. And we're untouchable.
Right.
And that was the Achilles heel that Carter used against them.
But like I said, and I'll say it till the end of time, you have to pay attention to what you're signing.
Not when your ego is so huge and you think.
But they always say business 101. People make mistakes when their ego is involved, or when they get comfortable, or when they don't check something. It happens all the time. Like I said, but I learned that from fucking Oprah. Oprah was like, I sign every check now. I make sure I sign my hand, meaning her hands are in everything. That's a decision-making thing.
Yeah. You have to.
They didn't pay attention and sign their lives away. They did. And so it's their fault. It's your fault. Yes, he's wrong in doing it. 2 wrongs to make it right. But you have to be mad. You should be mad at yourself because you didn't pay attention. No matter if you trust them or not. You are in charge of the company. Sign everything. Read everything. I read everything before I sign it. Shit, I went through my company. I gotta make sure I'm thinking. I actually reviewed the contract the other day, and there were things wrong with it. I was like, check that off. Check that. I don't just sign something blindly, and then something goes down. You're like, where'd that come from? So I mean, Eric should be pissed at them for signing the shit away.
Yeah.
His baby was signed away because of Steffi and Eric.
Exactly. Exactly.
You said the emasculated. Eric's just an old man now with a young wife. That's all he is right now.
It's sad.
It is sad.
I did love the phone call from Donna.
Oh, Donna, she's like this. She's like,
Brooke and Katie was in the office. You're on speaker.
Yes, that's good. That's what sisters.
Sis, I hate to tell you this, but I was like, oh my god, I love it.
That's what sisters would do, right?
Yeah.
You do. So I think agrees with me. Yeah, exactly. How do you just sign papers without reading them? I don't care how much you trust them. I know exactly. I would still look at them, but why have a hired hand if you can't trust them? Dewan, it's just life. It's just life. I mean, this is like these are serious. Even if it was like a medical thing, you look over everything, make sure it's correct. Even if they trust them to pull it up, I would still go, let me see this. Let me make sure everything's on here. I trust you. That's what makes it. It's business 101, Dewan. It just is.
Yeah, it's nothing personal. It's business.
Nothing personal. Yeah, I have 2 businesses. I have to make sure I look at everything that comes through my desk That's a contract or agreement. It's just how it is. And then when my mother was getting all her treatments, I had to look at all her paperwork to make sure that everything was correct and stuff. It's not personal at all. It's just good business to make sure you look over everything. Every business will tell you that in a million years. You could trust your people for other things, to get you the right coffee, or or set up. It's almost like saying, like people say, why do a prenup? Aren't you? That doesn't mean you're doing a divorce before you get married. It's just one of those things. It's not super personal. It's kind of like I just want to have some protection. I may change my mind later. Who knows? But it's like I think some things are just smart decisions.
Yeah. So Medora in the chat says, but Eric didn't degrade Carter, but he did it anyway. But most people who are dissatisfied with their job just leave. And I will say the one time I thought Eric did degrade Carter was during the whole Quinn story.
Yeah.
Where he says to Carter, service my wife. Right. Like, excuse me?
And I think in this case, Tammy was talking about Ridge degrading Carter.
Yeah, but I will say, Medora, that I thought Carter should have had a conversation with Eric.
Yeah.
Because it was impossible to have a conversation with Ridge. I thought Carter should, in his one last attempt before taking the company, he should have had a conversation with Eric, not telling him, here's what I'm going to do if you, but here's what's going on. And it's not good for the company, and it's taking it in the wrong direction. What are your thoughts on this? And he didn't. So I will say that. But it's not about you just leave the company. Carter's poured his heart and soul into this company for years.
Right.
Like to just walk away from that's hard.
Well, Jeremy says it. I don't think it was much they turned down Carter's idea. It was how Ridge turned him down. He just walked away. I know he dismissed him. You go to him for everything. He's a lawyer, officiant at weddings. You at all hours of the night, you use him for everything. And when he says something, you just go, no, we're good. That's just me. He's like, you say I'm family, but yet but like you said, I'm not family though. Like, not really. When you think about it, like you're treating me like I'm just a hired hand, basically.
If Steffi came up with those ideas, Ridge would be all over it.
Yeah.
That's just the reality.
I agree. That's why I agree. Maybe if Steffi was so fixated on Hope, that there's a Hope. Hope and Steffi have their own thing too that I'm tired of also. So it's a Brooke and Taylor part two. I'm tired of that too.
Steffi comes back. She's in the office. Hope is there. And they start having the same old BS conversation about your mother's now with Ridge. And like, why are you bringing up all this personal crap?
Well, see, that was Hope though. That was Hope's fault.
I know. Like, why are you talking about this?
Yeah.
Like, you've got to keep it business only. Why are you bringing up this personal stuff? Mm-hmm. That really bothered me, Hope.
I know.
Bothered me.
And she was being snarky about it too.
Yeah, of course she was.
She was being snarky. They should have had Carter just tell them and us about his plan instead of saying he's been working on it for years. He would have known the concerns. He could have adjusted it. And if there's obviously a storyline kind of nowhere. That's usually how it is with companies. You have as much input as the owners want you to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Trust me, I was at AfterBuzz TV, had a lot of ideas that didn't go through.
Yeah, but when we keep telling someone though that your family, you matter, your family, you think you have a little bit more say, and that you'll be heard.
But doesn't Eric have the right to say how he wants his company run? No, he's not in charge.
Absolutely.
He has a right, but he's not in charge. Ridge and Steffy were the ones who were the co-CEOs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Eric can say whatever he wants. I mean, everybody's like, sure. But they had the final say, and Ridge seemed to just cover whatever Steffy was doing.
And to James's point, I don't understand why Eric isn't livid with Steffy and Ridge.
Yeah. But first thing, I'm like, you didn't read what you were signing.
Like, come on.
Signed our company away, basically. That's the first thing to get to them. He never got mad at them. Hope should have thought about the effect on her mom before she encouraged Carter to go and take on. Hope is selfish.
Hope's not in charge of her mother's toxic relationship with Ridge.
Yeah, I agree.
She's told her mother time and time again, get out. What are you doing?
Right. Right. Yeah, on that one, we'll have to disagree on that one, Samantha. I just think, sure, who cares? I mean, her mother, the thing about Steffy and Hope, the Ridge Taylor thing, since before they were born, that's been going on for just, I mean, that's just like a enigma by itself. And that's something it's something else. I think that's totally something else. So, but Hope was like, she won her company back. That's all she wanted. She wanted Hope for the Future to continue. That's what she wanted. That was her number one concern. She had not like being fired. That was her number one concern. But her mother agreed with her. Her mother wanted Hope for the Future back too. So she knew her mother was on the side about that going into it. That love triangle is so boring.
It is. I agree.
Yeah, we agree. Well, Leb, we agree with you. Wait till Steffy finds out Bill got Luna out of jail. Oh, I know. There's a lot going to be happening.
Can we talk about that? Like, what is he thinking? Is it because he really wants a daughter so bad? Like, what's the hold that this psychopath has over Dollar Bill?
I don't get it. I was with you for a minute there when you just said maybe because he wanted a daughter. Probably thinks he just wants to save someone. Has nobody around. Katie turned him down. And Poppy's not with Poppy. He's not with Lee.
That's a really good point, because that's what he did with Brooke. Like, he likes to be the savior.
The savior. He wants to save her.
Yeah.
He knows she does horrible things, but he thought it was her daughter, and he feels for her, and he wants to save her.
Does Bill even know what's going on at Forrester?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening with Brooke?
Good question. I don't. Yeah. Well, what if he knows? Interesting. I think.
Did I miss something? Like, because if he wants to save somebody, I just said it earlier. Brooke needs some help here.
It does.
And it's Bill's time doesn't need to be spent with Luna. That's like disgusting.
Leb said. I said earlier too, Leb. Luna's already plans for Will.
Yeah. Like, she's going to get herself a Spencer one way or the other.
I feel bad for RJ. He's not there anymore. It's like you brought on him first, and they're all see they don't have enough people to pass around, I guess. So it's like he's a Logan and a Spence and a Forrester and all that. It's like he just got pushed aside, and now we got Will. And Will's good. The actor's great and everything. So I don't know. It's I don't know what they're doing. And the Luna thing, they're finding a way to keep her on the show, but it's so far fetched that I don't even understand. And she's good at playing crazy. Good job. I don't know what Bill is thinking, but I think it's because Bill wants to save someone.
It's just he's so not Bill Spencer. Like, I don't know who this is.
I don't know. I mean,
RJ? Where is RJ?
Where's RJ? Yeah. When they give Zende more time, for a while he was gone too for a while. They're giving him more time. So I mean, these shows they must soaps because the other day they brought back Selena Wu, General Hospital. My Lydia Look, she's back. It's been a year.
Doesn't matter if she's on for a minute. She's just this force to be reckoned with, man.
Yeah. So I'm saying they do bring people back. I mean, so RJ may not be off the canvas for good. He may come back. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's all kind of, because if Willow's Cup and Luna stuff, maybe RJ can come back on and get with Elektra. I don't know. RJ is back creating a social media content. Francis Thomas. I know it's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I haven't heard anything either, so I have no idea about the characters, what's going on.
We need these other storylines because this triangle from hell is just turning off viewers. So can we just have different stories, please? Please?
I agree.
Please? We're saying pretty please?
I agree. I think it's recycling at its worst. Recycling at its worst.
Yeah. And KKL is just hitting it out of the park.
Oh, yeah, she's
right. She's just taking what she's given as an actress and just turning it to gold. Like Brooke's emotional state right now is wrecked, and KKL is just there and doing a great job.
Yes.
But she deserves better. Brooke and Catherine Kelly Lang deserve better.
I agree. I think it's, yeah, I totally agree. I think it's, yeah, I agree. I've said to KKL before, you have spun shit into gold. I told her that. She laughed.
Man.
Yeah, she does what she's yeah. She's the person she makes you feel for her, and she also makes you angry. It's fine. She's good.
Yeah.
And on a functional side note, I have heard from Krista Allen. And she's okay. I saw she went on social media after I had texted with her saying she'll be back soon for stuff. So we'll just stay tuned with her. If you're following her, stay following her. Send her well wishes. I was glad to hear from her over the holidays. I just want you to know. I don't know what happened exactly, but let you know that she sounded great.
Good.
So make sure I say it to you guys.
Good.
Okay, we're gonna end it now because I got another show to do in like 15, 20 minutes. Folks, we're so glad you came and joined us again. We'll see what happens. We may have a break from bowling. We'll be back next week, but we may have a break from it.
We'll see.
Like do 4 and just do Y&R for a while. We'll see what happens. But we'll be back next week for sure. So we'll be back next week for sure to do that. And then we'll
make sure and hit that like button, you guys. Please. Thank you, 41 people watching.
Yes. Thank you. And have a good week, guys. Maybe be careful wherever you are, wherever the weather situation is, wherever you are, be careful. I know it's been snowy and icy in other parts of the country. Like I said, you can check out Born Beautiful Mini Spotlight page on Facebook and on Instagram. So go ahead and like those. I see all the folks over there. I've been posting more on there, so go check that out. And that's it. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.